Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children. I welcome you all to our online teaching academy Ekalaiva. Now we are going to continue our prose lesson, The Apple Tree Complex by Giovannino Gureschi, part 2. A small recap of our previous part, the first part for you all children. We read in the previous part that the author and his family have moved from the city of Milan to a small village, and the family is slowly adapting to the change. They have lived a very busy life, a very sophisticated life in the city, but now they have to get accustomed to the simple life of the countryside. The Duchess, his daughter, is suddenly on a strike. She is climbing up the apple tree and is not coming down into the house, and the author is not going to allow this behavior of hers. Let's see what is going to happen after this. Now we read in the previous part that the author instructs his son Albertino to spread some brushwood around the tree, so that even if the Duchess faints and falls, it might not hurt her much. Let's continue after that. 5 minutes later, Albertino came back and behind him came the Duchess. Now after a few minutes, Albertino came back and behind him came the little girl. She remained standing at the door. After a minute or two, I asked her why she didn't sit down at the table. She didn't enter the house. She just remained standing at the door, and the author is asking his daughter as to why she is not entering the home. I am waiting for certain people to go away, she replied. So she is replying that she wants certain people to go away. Whom does she want to, whom does she doesn't want to stay with? Let's see. You're right, I said. There's nothing worse than bad company. The author is saying, yes, you're perfectly correct. There's nothing worse than bad company. Bad company means being in the company of bad people. Being with bad people is called bad company. So the author also is just trying to converse with her to find out what is her problem. I went on reading my paper, and 10 minutes later the Duchess had sat down and was eating her lunch. I left her alone for a while and then said, then the Duchess comes and sits at the table and starts eating her lunch. The author is just reading the paper and he is leaving her alone for some time. He is allowing her to eat some food because she has not had anything from the morning, isn't it? So he doesn't want to disturb her. He keeps quiet for some time. And then after some time he says, if you are planning to stay up in the tree, you would better take some supplies with you. There are tins of milk and meat in the cupboard. He is saying, if you are planning to go back and stay in the tree, you take some food. Supplies means some food which is available at home with you. We have tins of milk and meat at home, so you can have it with you. Supplies means the food which is stored. We have stored tins of milk and meat. You can take it with you if you are going to sit up on the tree again. The Duchess continued eating silently, and all of a sudden she began to sob. I turned to Margareta. Then the Duchess was continuing her food silently, and all of a sudden she began to sob. Sob means she began to cry loudly. She began to cry very badly. Sob means cry badly or loudly. And the author is turning to his wife to find out what is the reason. The child isn't well, I told her. We'd better call the doctor, and meanwhile you may as well take her temperature. The author is saying that our child is sick, she is not well, so we must call the doctor, and it is better to take her temperature before that. So he is feeling that his daughter is sick and she needs to be taken to the doctor. Leave her alone, Giovannino, said Margherita. Don't forget, she is very sensitive little girl. His wife is replying to leave her alone, and we must understand that she is a sensitive little girl. So he is saying that the girl is very sensitive. We should understand this is very important. Sensitive means she is easily affected by anything. She is a very emotional person, so she is very sensitive to anything which is happening around her. Then Albertino explained, it started yesterday morning when the postman brought her a parcel. Now Albertino is explaining how this all began, how this problem began. This began when the postman brought her a parcel yesterday. Children, if you could know that in those days, before the advent of technology, the information, messages, gifts, wishes and all used to be shared only through post, and the postman used to deliver the letters at the doorstep of each house. So now the girl has received a parcel from the postman, and it all began after that. What was that parcel? Why did it make her so upset? Let's continue to read. It was a scrapbook from her teacher in Milan. So that scrapbook, the parcel had a scrapbook. She received a scrapbook from her teacher in her old school in Milan. There was a picture of her old school with a message written by her teacher. There was a picture pasted of her old school, and a message was written by her teacher to her. Every one of her old classmates had written something on the pages. So all her old classmates had written some message to her on the pages. When she opened the scrapbook and saw the picture and all those pages, she began to cry. So when she opened the scrapbook, saw all the pictures and read all the messages, she became very emotional and she started to cry. This is the reason for her behavior. She became very upset because she is missing her old school and her old friends, her old teachers and all. Since she is a very small child, it is very difficult for her to forget that easily, isn't it? I understand that, I said, but I don't see why she climbed a tree. Now the author is saying, I can understand that she received a parcel and some messages from her friend, but I don't understand why she has to climb a tree for that. She went on a strike, Albertino explained. Albertino again said that the Duchess went on a strike. She was protesting. On strike, I said in surprise. A strike to protest against injustice. The author is still confused. He is asking, what is the need to go on a strike? A strike is to protest against injustice. Injustice means something unfair which is happening to a particular sect of people, which is not acceptable. Something unfair which is not acceptable to that particular sect of people, and it is happening to them. That is injustice. But what's unjust about a group of schoolgirls sending a token of affection to their old friend? What is unjust? What is unjust means what is so unfair about the group of school children sending a token. A token means a small sign of their love. A sign of their love. Her old friends have sent a small sign of their love to the Duchess. Now what is so unfair about it, and what is the necessity to go on a strike? This was the question of the author. The Duchess raised her head. The injustice is that their old friend is no longer with them. She is here. The Duchess then raised her head and said, the injustice is that their old friend is not with them. She is here. So the Duchess is missing all her old friends and her old school and her old life. And she is saying that their friend is here and she is not there. She is very upset that she is not able to be with them. I am here too, far away from the people I used to work with, but I am not climbing any trees. The author is again saying that he was also come to a different place from his usual working place, but he is not climbing any trees. He was also in a different working place, but now he has come to a totally different place and he has adapted to his new place and he is not climbing any trees. My tone irritated her and she began sobbing harder. Now, when the author said this irritated the girl even much and she started crying even harder. He's taken everything away, she shouted. My friends, my teacher, my home. He dragged me out of this city. So, the author is now in a fix. He is listening to his daughter. She is saying that the father is responsible for everything. He has brought her away from her friends, her old school and from the city which she used to live in, and brought me out here to a hut. He has brought me to a very small place from the place which I used to live in the city. This home is not nice. This home is very small. It's a hut compared to the house they were living in Milan. I had all I wanted before and now I have nothing. Here you have to ride a bicycle for miles to find even a newspaper. So she is listing out all the drawbacks of this place. She is saying why she doesn't like this place at all. And she is saying even to fetch a newspaper you have to ride miles in a bicycle. There is nothing here to really be happy about. And if you want to see anybody well, there are chickens and cows. And there are not much people around here to move with or to have to mingle with. There are only chickens and cows around our house. As for the pictures, there are only the ancient ones shown in the parish hall. Even the movies which they show in the halls are very ancient ones, very old ones. Nothing new is being shown there. There is no use of wearing good clothes because there is always 6 inches of mud outside. And she is saying even there is no use of wearing any good clothes because always there is mud on the roads. It's going to spoil the dress. If you want to roller skate, you can't do it on the pavement because it's made of paving stones. And even while you are walking, you may fall and break your neck. So if she wants to roller skate, she can't do it because the pavement is not smooth like it used to be in her old city, and it's just covered with stones. The pavement is not made properly. It is just covered with big stones, and even when you walk you might fall and break your neck. And where is the way to roller skate? So she is not able to enjoy what all she was enjoying in her old life. He has taken away everything, I tell you. So the girl is just sobbing and crying, saying that everything from her is gone. Her old friends, her old school, then her old life, all her roller skating, her playing with her friends, all she used to enjoy in the city is now no more with her. Now she is alone. Here there is nobody for her to play with or to enjoy life with. And the life over here is very different from that of the city. So she is not able to understand or adapt to this place. So she is very upset about that. And then he says he doesn't know why I feel like climbing a tree. What does he care? And the Duchess is adding, the father is saying that he doesn't know why she is climbing a tree and he doesn't care for her at all. And she dissolved into an ocean of tears. After saying this, she again started crying very badly. This dissolved into an ocean of tears means she started crying even more badly. Now the girl has revealed why she is so upset, because she received a scrapbook from her old school, her old friends and teacher, and she remembers all the fun and happiness which she enjoyed in her old life. Now she is living in a very quiet place and it is not possible to live like to live the life of a city here. Now the girl is very upset and she feels that all the happiness from her has been taken away, has been snatched away. Now she is no longer happy at all and she is bursting into tears. With this, we conclude the second part. In the third part, we will see what decision the author is going to take to make the girl happy. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you very much.